What's up, y'all? Relax. I'm here now. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Like, share, subscribe. All the YouTube stuff. So, I wasn't really going to do this. I didn't really have a desire, but then I thought, I'm going to forget this. So I need to do it now so that I don't forget it, even though it's super forgettable. As one of my favorite reviewers on YouTube likes to say, I'm going to forget this in T-minus 1 day. And I've got about 2-3 hours before I forget it completely. So I guess I need to go ahead and tell you all about it. And that is ObiWan Kenobi Episode 4. The limited series on Disney Plus. That, yeah, don't worry about it, but I'm not paying for Disney Plus. Like, I steal, well, I don't steal it. Like, a friend of mine lets me use his Disney Plus because he knows that I'm not going to pay for it at all. And he wants somebody to talk to about it, so he lets me use his Disney Plus. So, this TV series just keeps going. Keeps crapping all over Canon. It keeps, like, just disregarding everything that's come before it and everything that comes after it. It is utterly mind-blowing to me that Disney cares this little and is trying so hard to get the, in the name of another reviewer from YouTube, and the words that he uses, my message, out there. Because it's become very clear that that's what this is about. This goes back to Kathleen Kennedy and her whole, like, the Force is female nonsense. Why can't the Force just be unisex? Why can't the Force be the Force? I mean, why does it have to be male or female? Like, I, for the life of me, don't get it. As usual, I'm going to try to start this off, like, spoiler-free, and then I'll get into spoilers later. And I think I've, done spoiler-free so far, and I'm just going to say, it's stupid. It's dumb. Like, they just keep, like, the writers are, I could write better in my sleep. I feel like the dreams I had last night were far more fleshed out and interesting than what I watched in this nonsense. It's getting to me, guys. Like, I mean, at this point, like, we're 2/3 of the way through. There's 2 more episodes to go, so I'm going to go ahead and watch the last 2 episodes, but I'm not going to like it. Well, I mean, I'll go into it with an open mind. I hope I like it, but I've got my doubts, because thus far, like, I don't like it. So, yeah. All right. So now I guess we got to get into spoilers. So this show, oh my God, it's just so bad. It starts off, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and say there were some things I liked. Again, I really liked how Obi-Wan and the girl playing Leia work together. I think that they have some chemistry, like, I don't know if that's creepy and weird, but there it is. Like, they have some chemistry together, like, and I think, honestly, it speaks more to Ewan McGregor as an actor and his ability to, impart some of his ability into her and, like, help her to emote and to act. That being said, there's scenes in this episode between she and Reva, and it's obvious that Reva is a bad actress. Okay, now maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe the reality is that the writers are just terrible, the director's terrible. But either way, like, when Reva and Leia are together, it's god awful. It's like, it's just not good. And I know that I defended the Reva character and Moses Ingram in the previous review, but at this point, man, like, I guess I'm a racist. I guess I'm a racist because I don't like the Reva character and I don't like the Reva actress. Even though I love Billy D. Williams, I love Lando. Lando was one of my favorites. I love Mace Windu. Like, one of my favorites. Okay, that's not true. I don't like Mace Windu, but He's one of my favorites. I think he's an incredible character. I think Sam Jackson's an incredible actor. I mean, I could go on. Like, I just don't like this actress. I think she's bad. I think that, like I said, when Ewan works with the young girl, you can see that he's trying to help her, and that they're, you know, like that they're doing very well together. Whereas when Moses is with her, like, it's awful, it's boring, it's terrible. Like, I want it to stop. And then yeah, so like that part's just awful. The entire story itself is terrible, because now we get to see, like, 100% Leia knows that this is ObiWan. So in the future, when she says the line that I referenced in the previous review, years ago, years ago, we hung out. And it's not that I thought your name was Ben then, or that your name was ObiWan. I knew that you were referred to as both now, because we hung out years ago. Maybe in episode 6, he does some, like, mind wipe and erases her memories, but in this episode, we learn that she's very strong, and that she can stop Reva from reading her mind. So she's not going to get these memories wiped out. It's just going to be whatever. So the whole point is that she's brought back to the Inquisitor's palace. Obi-Wan and Tala try to sneak her out. They're successful. They do it, as you probably would imagine. And you know, like, that story is just dumb. What happens is dumb. In particular, there's a couple things that stick out in my mind as being insanely stupid. One, there's this one sequence where there's some stormtroopers walking down a hallway, and Obi-Wan's in front of them, and Obi-Wan jumps to the side and hides behind a partition. They're 10 feet apart. Are you telling me that Obi-Wan didn't see him? That they didn't see Obi-Wan? I mean, Obi-Wan saw him, sure, but they didn't see Obi-Wan? They were 10 feet apart. Oh my God. Now, there was some tension, but none really, because, like, they hear, like, some communicator thing go off and whatever. But again, okay, now I have to address this. There is no tension. There's none. It's like, there's no tension. We know that Leia's going to be fine. We know that Obi-Wan's going to be fine. The only thing that we can wonder is, at what point does Obi-Wan age 30 years? Because 50-year-old Ewan McGregor doesn't look like 80-year-old Alec Guinness. So at which point does Obi-Wan age 30 more years? So that's just awful. And then they get out eventually, and then, this is towards the end of the thing, it's so stupid. Two things. One, Obi-Wan hides Leia under his cloak. Yeah, you heard me. He hides Leia under his cloak. Like, nobody notices this huge bulge on the one side. It's childish. It's so stupid. It's like one of the things that, you know, like, you think that you can do when you're a kid, that, like, once you hit, like, 12, you realize everybody notices. So that was insanely stupid. And then at the very end, once everybody gets away, somebody dies in the process. I thought it was Mouse from The Matrix, but then I realized that was like 20 years ago. That was also the same guy. Mouse was the same guy as the dude who was like, you want to buy some death sticks in Attack of the Clones. But I thought for sure that was the same guy, but it's not. It's some other dude. Apparently there's this whole, like, bunch of people saying, bring back Wade, let's have a Wade series, which would be better than the Reva series, which may or may not be happening. I really hope that is just some bad information, and that people heard that it was going to be a Revan series and thought they were saying Reva. If there's a Reva series, man, like, Disney's done. I mean, I think Disney's done anyway, but if they try to have a Reva series, they're even more done. But okay, so yeah, like the fact you can't hide a kid under your cloak. Nobody buys that. That's stupid. So then Reva herself comes out, and she, shouts some nonsense, and they all turn around and they're like, "Oh no, what are we gonna do? Oh man, like we're not gonna be able to make the ship." And this was kind of cool, but like I stress kinda. So like some people from early on that like agreed to help, even though they did it begrudgingly, show up with snow speeders and start blasting away at at all the Imperials and the Inquisitors that are like trying to stop Tala, Obi-Wan, and Leia. And that was kind of cool. But then they get away. One of them dies, and it's the one that everybody wants like to have a new series, but like we already know how he's going to die. So again, there goes your suspension of disbelief, and there goes your attention. Like we already know when he dies, so what does it matter? Then they all get away, and then Vader shows up. What? Vader was in that building the whole time? Like he didn't feel Obi-Wan, he didn't feel anything, like he was there. But he only shows up at the end to be mad at Reva and the Force choker, and man, did I wish he just killed her. And I don't think I'm alone there. I think most people wish that was the end of Reva, but it wasn't, because she was like, "Oh no, I put a tracker on him." And I've talked to several people who have watched the show, and they're like, "When did she put a tracker on him?" Like, I don't even know. Like, when does that happen? Well, it's the robot. It's Lola. It's the little Leia Lola thing. So, yeah, that was episode 4. They get back. They meet Ice Cube Jr., who, yeah, he's cool, whatever. But like, and then they tell him about how everybody died, and then on to episode 5. And I'm not gonna lie, I agree with somebody else that I'd heard, and they said that I think it was Star Wars Comics, maybe, who thinks that the O'Shea Jackson Jr., Ice Cube's kid, is actually the husband of Reva, maybe. But frankly, I don't care. And I don't think you do either. I don't know. Like, is anybody going to watch this review? Because, like, is anybody actually watching the show? I mean, maybe they're watching these reviews so they don't have to watch the show. I hope that's the case. Again, like, share, subscribe. And I'll probably be back to do episodes 5 and 6. But I'm not going to like it, even though I hope I do. Peace, y'all. Love y'all. And I'll see you all soon.